fight here with Sammy Vasquez. Sammy, we last saw you on Fox on the undercard of Garcia and Guerrero. You're back at it now again, going up against Diaz, who's a gold medalist. How you been since the last fight coming into this fight?
I've been chomping at the bit. You know what I mean? I've been wanting to fight a long time ago, but you got to give other fighters opportunity to fight on TV and different networks and things like that. Because I'm a TV fighter, and there's only so many slots, So I've just been waiting, chomping at the bit, waiting for a great opportunity. And when Luis Collazo pulled out and Felix Diaz stepped up to the plate, that's a better fight, that's a stronger fight, that's a more active fighter, and that's something that we wanted.
Is it more difficult given the circumstances? You had pretty much a whole camp for Collazo. This guy comes in on really, really short notice. Does it make it harder now?
That's the only difference.
Yeah.
They're really, really short. He's short.
Oh, he's short.
He's 5'5". Yeah. He's a southpaw, just like Collazo is.
Yeah.
So the game plan didn't change. It's just the elevation of my punches.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The range of my punches are now changed. Obviously, he leaps in to throw punches. You know what I mean? You gotta look for the overhand left, and you gotta look for the hooks. You know what I mean? Common sense. He's not gonna be able to reach me as long as I keep him outside of my jab, things like that. But overall, he's a hell of a fighter. He's an Olympic gold medalist. This ain't the amateurs, this is pros.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He did have his first loss, controversy loss. To me, he's still an undefeated Olympic gold medalist. You know what I mean? So I take him very seriously. At the same time, we're stablemates. That's my boy. But this is business. We gotta do what we gotta do.
Elaborate a little bit on that, stablemates.
Well, we're managed under the same manager.
Okay.
Every time we fight, every time we go to a fight together and stuff like that, we're sitting next to each other. We're just.
So you consider him a friend then?
Yeah, we're friends pretty much. You know what I mean? So, but at the same time, he knows that this is business. And it's a better fight than what I was presented with, because I was presented with somebody else too. But I picked Diaz over the other guy because Diaz is more well known than.
Who's the other guy? I'm curious.
They wanted me. They offered me Jamal James.
Okay, all right.
You know what I mean?
Taller,
and he's taller. Not that it mattered. He's an undefeated fighter, but Felix Diaz has more for my career.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, to bring to the table right now. You know what I mean? Jamal James is a hell of a fighter. He's undefeated. He's doing his thing, and eventually he'll be up here.
Yeah.
But right now, I needed somebody that's going to push me. You know what I mean? And he's more notable as a fighter in the boxing game than Jamal. You know what I mean? So I just had to pick the smarter move.
Your last fight was with Aaron Martinez.
Yes.
And we're all thinking he was going to test you, and you exceeded expectations. You knocked him out. Looking at this fight, do you feel that he's a guy that could test you, or do you think, given his style, that it's more prone to have the same result you had in the last fight?
Fighters dictate their own fight. You know what I mean? I don't know too much about. I've never been in a ring with him or anything like that. So I always stay the same as in the fight. He's a fighter just like me. It only takes one punch. You know what I mean? He's game. I know he's game, and he's coming for me. Just like I thought Aaron Martinez was. You know what I mean? Obviously, it changed during the fight, and the same thing could happen in this fight. Yeah. I don't foresee that, but I didn't foresee the Aaron Martinez fight to go the way it did. But so my job is just to stay ready, maintain, and stay focused, and just continue winning.
Now, if you get past him, your goal is to obviously have a title shot. The guy that has a title right now, one of them at least, is Danny Garcia. But there's also Jessie Vargas now, given what happened with the whole Brook and Golovkin, which is something I want to touch on with you. But what's a better fight for you feel? Is it Garcia or is it Vargas? Are you willing to take a fight with Vargas?
Absolutely. Yeah. Marketability-wise?
Yeah.
Garcia.
Yeah.
For the fact we're both from Pennsylvania. He's from Philly and from Pittsburgh. That'd be a mega fight. You know what I mean? People would want to see that. That would sell out, anywhere in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
But I'm open to the fight. I want to fight for any title.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not disclosing it, discluding everybody else. But at the same time, marketability-wise, it would be Danny Garcia. But I would definitely fight Jessie Vargas. He's a great fighter. And first time I met him was I went to a fight not too long ago. But I met him. He's a great guy, great fighter. I would definitely fight him. Keith Thurman. Any of them.
What do you make of this online stuff with you and Errol? Saying that, hey man, you're scared of him, you don't want to fight him, you're ducking him. What do you make of all that?
All the online stuff, that's just everybody talking. You know what I mean? We're the ones in there getting in the fight, things like that. I got offered the Errol Spence fight, I declined it because he's going the IBF route. He's trying to fight Kell Brook. I'm going the WBC route. I'm trying to fight Danny Garcia.
Yeah.
You understand? Once we both win belts, which we will, we're going to unify that title.
Yeah.
What they're trying to pay me, you know what I mean? It's going to triple that. and what they're going to pay him, it's going to triple that. I mean, we are an entertaining fight. Me and Errol Spence, we have history. You know what I mean, from the amateurs.
Twice.
From
the research.
And I lost both times. But
so it's important for people to know you already fought the guy.
I'm not afraid of Errol. Nobody's afraid of Errol Spence. I mean, I'm not afraid of Errol Spence. I don't know about everybody else. I'm not afraid of Errol Spence. You know what I mean? But at the same time, this is a prize fight. You know what I mean? I got kids. You know what I mean? He got a beautiful daughter as well. You know, and we're here for a business. You understand? We're both going to win titles. We unify that title. That's a pay-per-view fight. That's a huge fight. I'm marketable, very, very marketable. He's very, very marketable. He's an ex-Olympian, you know what I mean, too, as well. And, you know, my job is to make as much money as I can in this game. You know what I mean? I ain't ducking nobody. I ain't afraid of nobody. But at the same time, I'm going to make as much money as I can in this game. And eventually, we're going to meet each other. Everybody knows we are.
Why does everyone always pick Danny? Why does everyone always want to fight Danny?
Well, I didn't.
Is he that vulnerable to you guys?
No.
Like,
I was just in that bracket. I was just in that WBC bracket.
No, but it's like everyone I talk to that's in your weight class, like, I want to fight Danny Garcia. It seems like across the board, like, I want to fight Danny. And I'm like wondering, like, does he seem that vulnerable to you guys, or he has a lot of holes that you guys feel that you could take advantage of?
Well, I mean, for me, you know, Danny's a great fighter. You know what I mean? I mean, he's obviously accomplished a lot in his life. You know what I mean? And
I think for you, you know, he's always had trouble with fast guys. You're a fast guy, and the case in point was his fight with Amir, which he lost every round up until the knockout.
You know what I mean? And that's the biggest thing for me. I feel, I mean, just in the sense of the marketing aspect of it. You know what I mean? Pennsylvania, I mean, that'd be a huge fight for Pennsylvania, and whatever television takes that fight. You know what I mean? Bids on that fight. But you know, Danny Garcia, he does have flaws, just like everybody got flaws. You know what I mean? It's your point to pick them out and choose. You know what I mean? Choose wisely. You know what I mean? I think that the way that I fight in the ring, my adaptability, me being fast and a puncher at the same time, I'd keep Danny on his toes, man. I mean, it'd be a great fight. I mean, he's a great fighter, and you know, I just want to be afforded that opportunity, you know, to fight for that world title.
You doing scouting that night?
Absolutely. I scout everybody in the top. You know what I mean? You scout everybody in the top. I will fight Keith Thurman. I'll fight Jessie Vargas. I'll fight Kell Brook. I'll fight whoever who has a title right now. You know what I mean? I'll go for any title. But it just happens to be I'm in a WBC bracket. You know what I mean? So that's I should be the mandatory within the next 2 fights. You know, for that title, as long as Danny still has it. So regardless who has the title, that's the one I'm shooting for. You know what I mean? Even if Keith Thurman had the fight, I'm going for Keith Thurman. Whether it be Danny Garcia.
All right, Sammy, thanks so much, man. I really appreciate it.
No problem.
Great chatting with you.
Thank you.